Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a very special book, which is Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm going to be giving my own personal opinion and how I found this book, as well as some tips and things that I think we can learn from this book. This is such a beautiful book that I highly recommend each and every single person out there to read, no matter how big or small you are. So let's dive straight into it. So what is Rich Dad Poor Dad? Well, the book is based off real life stories of a child who had two dads, not necessarily having two fathers, but one of the father who was rich, who was a friend's father, and his own father being referred to as the poor dad. So he then explains the life stories of these two people, how they grew up, how their mind was like involving money and other things, the thought patterns between the two things, the similarities and some of the differences between these two people. Overall, it paints a picture of what makes you a rich person and what makes you a poor dad. I truly believe that, and what I really like about it is how the poor dad in the beginning, or in everyone's eye right now, would be viewed as the rich dad. He's the dad that has a job, goes to work, has a car, drives up and down, goes for regular vacations, pays off his rent and everything else, which is the ideal life of what we all go through. And the rich dad, in this case, someone who is building the business, has certain struggles, but overall keeps on maintaining, and there's a very rich, in my own opinion, a very rich understanding of money, how to use money effectively, where to invest that money, and what assets and liabilities are. And you can really see that in the stories. So overall, so let's get straight into it. And what are some of the tips that I've learned myself from this book? Right, let's get straight into it, guys. Right, so number one, which is mistakes in our school system, which this book highly highlights, because at school your mind is sort of trained in a way to not take risk, or in a way live a comfortable life, which the comfortable life is go to school, get a degree, go get a job, and overall continue to life, get money, pay rent, survive. I call this the hand-to-mouth system, where you make money and you spend it the next day. There is no money that you put aside for long-term investment. It's all about just getting that salary and paying your bills and moving on. It's a comfortable life. Yes, it's safe. There is no risk to it, and it's a thing that, you know, keeps you in this secure mindset that we all like. Everybody likes having a peace of mind, and this is the very first thing that schools really want to implement into you. And there is pros and cons to this, to be honest, because there's education. Yeah, one could say it's important, but it all boils down to what do you identify as education. You know, because as well, the other side is schools don't teach you on how to invest your money or how to use money wisely, which to me I classify as education, but it's not highlighted within our school curriculum. And we made a full video on this, link to that up here. Go check out that video so that you can learn more on things schools don't teach you and what you can actually do about this. So this book also highlights, and you can see from the poor dad side, because he worked at he worked in the education field. He mainly focused on also teaching his child on getting an education and moving on with life. Whereas as the rich dad, it's a bit more different. It's all about, hey man, you gotta understand what money is and understand the power that it has and how to use it effectively. Right, number two, which is studying all about money. Study all you can about money. This is something that we take lightly, especially, you know, I started understanding the importance of money straight after high school, which for me was very hard, because I'm like, okay, I just finished my high school, and you know, I'm getting ready to get into what I would like to call the real world. And then you realize that I know nothing about the fundamental thing that I need, which is money. Truth being told is that straight after high school, irregardless of what you're gonna be doing or what you're gonna get into, it all needs to generate you an income, correct? And it's very sad to realize this straight after high school, to say the main thing that is vitally important in life is the one thing schools don't teach you most on, which is money. So I do advise that you learn this and find the time for yourself to educate yourself on this particular topic. I love to surround myself with people who are wise in terms of making money decisions, because overall this influences me on how I think and how I view money as. So take advantage of this. Yes, schools may not be teaching you about money, but don't let that hold you back onto what you can achieve overall with your own money. Find the time, find the space, and learn all about money. Number 3, instead of saying I cannot afford it, say how can I afford it? You see, the mind is a very powerful place, and what you feed it is very powerful into how you think, how you view the world, and your actions afterwards. Right? Being negative, I view this, when someone is saying, I cannot afford this, view it as a negative thing, because this impacts not only how you think and how you react afterwards is vitally important. Because if you immediately say, I cannot afford this, you make no further steps on how you will get that thing. Instead, you end up just stopping and focusing on another thing. At the end of the day, it's going to change your mindset to be a little bit negative and to not inspire or move forward with the things that you love. But the moment you say, how can I afford this? Automatically, your mind is put in a way on which I need to think on ways that I will afford this. So it actually it actually forces you to make further steps on how you're gonna afford that particular thing. I hope that analogy makes sense. So instead of you viewing something as, hey, I can't afford that, view it as, how can I afford that? Because the next step will then to, what can I do to afford this? All right, I need to get more income. I need to get a side hustle. By the way, link to the best side hustle that I think they are. Click that video up here. So this forces your mind into also even saving money or investing your money aside. We spoke about this in our previous video where I said saving money with the purpose is vitally important for you, because you automatically know okay, my purpose is to buy a car, and your income that you get, you become more stricter on how you save your money. And same thing with this mentality. The moment you say, hey, how can I afford this? Automatically you're putting yourself in a position where you need to save money in order to afford that particular thing that you want to get at the end of the day. Number 4, take on the identity of the person you want to be. And in our previous video, which you'll find the link up here, I highly recommend that you watch the video where we had a guest speaker who joined us, and we were speaking about surrounding yourself with people that you want to be like. We also spoke on feeding your mind with things that you inspire to be or get. The reason why when you surround yourself with the people that you want to be like, you start thinking like them. Do you want to be a rich person? Well, hang out around rich people. See how they think. See the way they view the world in. See the ideas and how they save money, how they deal with money, and how they deal with stress. This overall will help you to identify more like that person and build the character of that person, which of course helps you be that person that you want to be. Sounds simple, right? But in fact, it's actually a very hard step to do, because it's very easy for us to, we all like what Elon Musk does. We all are inspired by him, but walking in his footsteps is something that's very challenging. It's absolutely very hard for you to do. But what you can also do a little step further is find the other people that are around you that are rich or that you want to be like, that you can hang around in order to build this character more and in order to become more like this person. Now, I'm not saying take on the helmet of this person, but I'm saying take the good qualities about them, take the good characteristics that they have, and try to incorporate that into your own life to make you become a better person. All right, number 5, which is learn about investment. And to be honest, I had to go on a journey on this with my own business and actually learn how to invest wisely, to be honest. Because the truth is, the moment we all get money, especially as teenagers, we all want to run to this get money quick scam on how can I make this money 10 times more? How can I generate more income just from the first paycheck that you get? Instead of you actually understanding what is investing. Because sometimes when you run into the scams, you pour your entire life saving into it. And that's the only money that you have at a certain point. And the truth is, you're gonna get nothing from it. And then you end up just blowing the money that you have because you're trying to get into this how can I get the money quickly scam. right? Protect your mind. You see, you want to protect your income and find ways to make more income that are proven, firstly, and secure, safe. Yeah, at least play it safe for the first couple of months, especially if that's the only source of income, as you build yourself and branch your roots more wider. So this helps you not only make sure that you're having a secure income, but your outcome that you're pouring out is also safe. So do this for yourself. When you get your first paycheck, analyze it and analyze that market if you want to invest, and educate yourself on what is investing. The best thing that you can also do is invest into the best 500 countries or the top 500 countries in the world, because you know that that formula is proven and that what you're investing into is guaranteed at the end of the day. Rather than you going out there to somebody who has no clue what they're saying on YouTube, but they're literally just telling you that, hey, I got R1,000,000, and here you are pouring your entire attention into something that's not proven. Right, number 6, be selective about what you feed your mind. As I said, the mind is a powerful place, and what you feed it can affect you in incredible ways, right? The truth is, social media is a good thing and a bad thing simultaneously. Why do I say this? Well, do you know that you can find courses on how to start a business that are very helpful just on YouTube? But at the same time, you can also find useless stuff on YouTube. And it's very important for you to analyze what you're feeding your mind. Be mindful about it. See if this thing is beneficial to you. I always like asking myself, what is the benefit at the end of the day if I watch this video? Am I watching it for fun? And yes, watching it for fun may be good for you, but fun every single day is not good for you. Educate yourself. There's those videos that you actually need to watch in order to become a better person. I do this in my line of business, where I educate myself on what the best camera equipment is, because, well, we provide videos for you guys. And if you're finding value from this video, smash that like button and subscribe, because we're going to be posting greater content to come. But be selective about what you feed your mind in your entire aspect. Not only but what you watch, but also what you surround yourself and the people that you talk with. I'm very particular about this, because I don't want to surround myself in conversations that are useless. I'm very selective about what conversation I engage into and what I speak about in these conversations, because I don't want to find myself in a conversation that's wasting my time and not learning anything from it. So how do I handle this? Well, if I see that this group of people are immature, or they're speaking about a topic that I would not be interested in, well, what do I simply do? Back away from this group of people. Literally sometimes, and you don't want to be rude to them. You can just simply say, hey, I have something coming up. I'm a bit too busy to, or I have something that I need to be doing it. This avoids you wasting your time in this conversation with the friends that you have. And sometimes, especially as friends, you get into this moments where you know for a fact that this conversation is going nowhere, but we still find ourselves indulging in this and wasting our time. It's very important for you to know that time is a very important thing, and use it wisely. The last one, number 7, which is surrounding yourself with people with a growth mindset. Now, to be honest, your friends and community have a great impact on your life and everything that you do. You don't realize this, but these people actually have a great impact on you. And it's very important for you to surround yourself with people with a growth mindset. You don't want to surround yourself with people who think about today only, but you want to surround yourself with people who think about their future. But even those people think about their future, go further and look at what their goals are, what their values are, what their belief system is like, what do they trust, where do they get their information from? Because these people are the people that have a great influence on you. These are the people that you run to when you need advice. These are the people you run to when you're sad. These are the people you run to in every single aspect of your life. So if you're then running to somebody who you know for a fact is not gonna add anything to you, or in fact take away your time and take away your energy, why do you have them in the first place? Unless you're all about that, then that's okay, because you're all about that. But let's surround ourselves with people with a positive mindset and a growth mindset. This not only helps you as a person, but it helps everything that you're surrounded with, whether that be your school, your business, your life, your relationship, and many more other aspects of our lives. Be intentional about this. I always say, hey, you don't have to be friends with everybody, and you will never be friends with everyone, and everyone is not your friend. So why here you are trying to dilly-dally everyone? Hey, let's get rid of certain people that we have in our circle. Let's get rid of them because they're not adding anything to you. They're taking away some things from you. So get rid of those people and surround yourself with people with a growth mindset. What a bonus point that I want to add here is action always beats inaction. Now, how many of you have thought of starting a YouTube channel? How many of you have thought of starting courses? How many of you have thought of picking up a book and reading it? And let's be honest, did we actually do anything about it? Well, we are always in action. We're always thinking on ways that we can improve our life and overall improve everything that we have, but we actually never start anything. I've been thinking of starting a YouTube channel for generations now, to be honest with you. Up until this year when I just said, hey, I'm just gonna throw everything and start. Because the truth is, if you don't start anything, you never learn from it and you never benefit from it. Because you can educate yourself, you can watch all these tutorials on YouTube, but if you don't start putting them to action, well, it's just useless knowledge sitting in your brains, not being used, taking up your space, right? So let's not be people who just live in action, but let us live in action. Now, all these things that we have mentioned are mentioned in this book at greater detail, and I highly advise you guys to take some time. And if you don't like reading, well, listen to the audio book because this will help you overall as a person. This book has changed the way I view what money is, also the way I view what assets are and what liabilities are. I highly recommend for you to check out this book, and we're gonna leave links to this book in the description. Go grab yourself that book or go listen to the audio. This guy has great videos on YouTube that you can actually watch and add value to yourself. Remember, learning is a continuous thing, and continue learning with AlphaTeens. Bye.